Welcome to Guest Cooking with Tiki Man Radio. My name is Key West Chris Rehm.
I'm Dani Hoy.
It's Dani Hoy.
The world famous Dani Hoy.
And Tiki Man Radio was kind enough to ask us to do a segment for this, which is really fun. And we kind of have a reputation for doing barbecues. So we're going to do one of our barbecues today, show you what we do, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. What we're doing today is pork loins. However, you can do any kind of pork or any kind of chicken in this fashion. Okay, everything's cool. It works. Everything's identical except the meat is different. Now we have two pork loins over here. And what I've done is I've taken them out of the wrapper, of course, and we rinsed them off, gave them a good little bath. Then we have a key ingredient. Yeah, let's move over a little bit more. There you go. We have a key ingredient here, which is called mojo. M-O-J-O. It's Spanish, Cuban to be specific. Mojo.
Not mojo.
Not mojo. That's
entirely different.
That's different. It's spelled the same way. They're both cool in completely different ways. But in any case, you can. This is a gallon jug of mojo, and it runs about $5-6. And the one I have here is la lechonera, which means the pork thing.
Pork juice.
Well, no, it means it's from the. It translates funny, but it's like it's from the pork deli.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
lechonera. That's the pork deli. Lechon being pork, but again, it doesn't matter. Pork or chicken works just as well with either of these. Also, you can get 12-ounce bottles, or no, not 12-ounce, 20-ounce bottles of these. They're about $2 roughly, somewhere thereabouts.
We frequently buy Badia.
Yeah, we often buy Badia. We ran out of a Badia, and I went to the store and I got this one. I've not had one of these. I've had a whole bunch of different brands over the last 40 years, and they're all really good. So it's almost immaterial.
Looks like it needs to be shook up.
It does, yeah. Because
Okay.
what happens is there's a lot of sediment that goes on the bottom of these. So from experience, I know to tighten the cap. So we'll give it a little bit of a shake. And then, Danielle, if you'd be so kind to open that baby up. I don't think I sealed it. And then over the sink, what we'll do is we'll put the pork loins in here. By the way, this is the best way to marinate if you have the opportunity with the plastic bags. The old way of putting it in various different containers and stuff is good, but this way is so much easier, and it gets everything marinated, and you can flip it really easily and all that. So we have that. We've shaken this up.
Get that out of the way.
That out of the way. We're gonna.
How much are you putting in?
I'm gonna cover it.
Oh, okay.
Good question. Thank you. That's good. And then seal it.
Oh, it smells good.
Yeah.
Very citrusy.
And I should have mentioned what this is. This is it's a combination of citrus juice and herbs and spices. And actually I wish I kind of did have the Badia bottle, because the Badia bottle is clear and you can see the colors.
Oh yeah.
But here you can't. But it's wonderful stuff. It's, like I say, like Dan mentioned, it's very citrusy, very garlicky. Has all kinds of herbal nuances to it. It's great. Cubans use a lot of different spices in their cooking. One thing, however, my first wife is Cuban, and I remember somebody said, "Is Cuban food spicy?" She said, "Yes, but it's not hot spicy. It's Cubans
flavor.
Yeah, it's flavor spicy. It has like cumin and stuff like that in it. So it has a lot of that in it. It's not hot spicy." I talked to someone once years ago who was someone online, and he said, "Yeah, I can't wait to try the Cuban food. Is it just like Mexican food?" I said, "No, it's nothing like Mexican food.
Not even close."
Not even close." But in any case, it's this is what we use to marinate today. We have another dish we'll do another time, which is one that was original to the area. This is from Cuba, but the thing is, there's such a big Cuban influence in Key West because of the population, people emigrating over the years, all that. So where a lot of the food here is from Cuba. Well, we're doing things on Key West cooking. We live here. This is where we are. So it's not like we're going to do something from like the Yukon.
We could.
We're going to barbecue an elk today. No.
Well, we frequently do Portuguese, but still, that's another story.
Yeah, but in
For
any
another
case,
time.
we'll get to that eventually if they like. This is the first stage. We're going to go to the next stage, which is called black beans. We'll be right back. Okay, we're ready for stage 2, the black beans. We've got somewhat of a decent reputation with our black beans, so
Everybody loves them.
we're going to share the recipe as loose as it is. That's one of the fun things about black beans is that there's only a couple of things that are verbatim. You have to use these things, but other than that, it's like whatever you have works, and you can improvise on it really easily. Some people like to cook their beans from scratch. Like I think we have a set in here.
There's a bag in there.
You know, hard beans. But I'll tell you one thing is that I've done it that way plenty of times, and buying it from bushes is just as good. So,
Bush's baked beans?
Bush's baked beans.
Or black beans?
Black beans, in this case.
Doesn't make baked beans.
They all do. Yeah, they do. They do. This is their black beans, but they're fine. There's other companies out there that make them too, and they're all fine. They're all good.
Frijoles negros.
Frijoles negros, correct. That's the Spanish name for it. Okay, so what we're doing right now, I'm going to move the black beans out of the way, is I'm going to be using this saucepan here. And careful because we're not putting everything that's in there. Or maybe we are. Yes, we are. Yeah. All right. While we were away, I chopped up an onion and a half. I have a regular sweet onion there. I have a red onion, part of that. Doesn't have to be that. You can use scallions. You can use whatever onion you want. That's like I say, you can do whatever you want. And the amounts doesn't matter either. It's like whatever works for you. I'm using a whole sweet onion here today. Tomorrow I might use something else. Then we have about a small piece of a red onion. We have garlic, and we have regular peppers. We have sweet peppers and a bell pepper.
Runaway piece of cilantro.
That's going to come into play too. All right, so now we're going to put them into this pot. Take that off because that'll roll off. And
We don't want any roll off. And
Roll
into
them
the
in there.
pot she goes.
into the pot she goes. Yeah, that's right.
Ooh.
All right, hold on just a sec. I'm almost done. Got some around my thumb here. Gotta cut my thumb off. No, I don't want to do that.
Extra flavor.
The knives we have here, by the way, are sharpened by Gary Eck. Eck Knives. EK.
He's an
here.
excellent knife sharpener.
He sure is. Crazy guy.
He's our friend.
But he is our friend. He's one of those people. Yeah, Eric. Gary sharpens our knives. And actually, this one he gave to us. We have another Senator that we gave to him to sharpen, and he gave us this one back in addition to that one.
He's
Okay.
very excellent.
So what we're going to do here is I'm going to saute. In Spanish, these are called sofritos. It's the garlic. Put in as much garlic as you like. Nothing's concrete here. We also have the onions and the peppers. Okay, so now I personally use the California extra virgin olive oil made in California, which you get. They have two different ones. This is the Californian.
They also have a global one.
They have a global one, which they use.
A little different.
It's a mix of different ones. So I'll put some oil in there. We're gonna heat that up.
Don't heat up your beer.
No, I don't want to heat up the beer. So that's that. And then we're gonna get these guys going. Get these softened. Once they're softened, we're gonna add everything else. Okay, we've got the sofritos, which are the onions, peppers, and garlic sauteing here in the saucepan. Here it is here.
Oh, it smells amazing.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
There's nothing that really smells better than onions, peppers, and garlic sauteing in the olive oil, extra virgin olive oil.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right, now it's time for the beans. And again, if you want to make your own beans, go for it. It's an overnight thing.
You gotta soak them.
You gotta soak them.
Yeah.
But they turn out great. And this way, it's kind of the same thing. It's just already done for me, so I'm going to be doing it. It's not like one's better than the other. Oh, the ones you make at home are going to be better. Well, you can make them that way. Because these are just straight beans. But we're going to make some altercations here.
Altercations? You
Altercations.
meant alterations.
Alterations.
Altercations means we're gonna get in a fight.
Well, I'm getting in a fight with the beans down here.
You're altercating with the beans.
Give me another beer. Okay.
There's one right there.
By golly, look at that. It's a Hocker Shore Weiss beer.
Vice grip.
Weiss beer. Wow.
Great on like that.
From Munich. It also has, on Weiss beers, traditionally you put a lemon slice if you're in Munich or into an area. Anyway, we're in Key West, and I'm stirring all the sofritos in so everything's all nice and mixed up. Alright, and then, doesn't matter what order we put these things in. Again, this is a real casual, earthy thing.
I hope you're writing this down.
If you you just back up on the video. Alright, as you can see, we're having a fun time. And that's the ideal thing to do when you're cooking, is have fun. Have fun when you're cooking.
Otherwise, you might as well
it's
call up Uber Eats.
Yeah, no, I didn't even tell you what I'm putting in here. I'm putting in Italian seasoning.
What? Italian seasoning into Cuban beans?
Absolutely. They're both Latin. Alright, should I put that in there?
That was a healthy dose.
And we have, over here, I have herbs de Provence. Now, here's the thing. These are just my things that I do to it. But somebody else might not put this in. Somebody might put other things in. It's all good. It's improv, you know? So there's some herbs de Provence. Then, next, we have, over here, what I did is we have chorizos, which are from our local supermarket, which is called Publix. Their chorizos are some of the best chorizos I've ever had in my life. They're really good. They make them there. They're very herbally. They're really good. Plus, we have, in addition to that, we have a Portuguese style, same sausage, but it's Portuguese style, and it's from Boston, a company called Gaspar's. You'll find it in your supermarkets. They're down here. It's spelled slightly different. It's C-H-O-R, and in Portuguese they don't pronounce the last O, and they have a very soft CH, so it's chorizo in Portuguese. But it's a similar sausage. It's so similar, but yet at the same time it's really different. So I have about a half a sausage in there of that, and then I also have this stuff here.
Sure. Yeah. It's called cilantro.
Cilantro. Yeah. Cubans use a lot of cilantro in their cooking. So
And so do we.
This is going a little bit higher than I wanted it to. Yeah, we do too. All right.
You turn
So
your
we're gonna, yeah. So we're putting the cilantro.
You didn't really chop the cilantro.
It'll kind of take care of itself. You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Again, it's an easy dish. Adds flavor, everything. All right, now here's one of the things. Right now, I'm adding more stuff. I added the chorizo, and the cilantro, and the liquid in there is getting kind of low. You don't want it to get too low. So what you do? This is one of the key tricks to making good black beans. You take beer. Take real beer. Don't take light beer, but any kind of real beer. You can take Budweiser. Today we're using Kronenbourg, which is from France, 1664.
Oh,
It's from Alsace.
sounds fancy.
Use a half a bottle of this.
And give the rest to your girlfriend.
Yeah. Ah! But it'll give it a certain flavor. And if somebody does not like alcohol, the alcohol steams off of it over time. So this is going to be sitting here for 2 or 3 hours at a very low heat. The alcohol is just going to evaporate. Also, if you don't want to, if you have somebody who's a vegetarian, no problem. Just don't throw in the sausage. It's fabulous either way. Yeah. All right. So next we're gonna put in some cumin. Dash.
Just a dash.
Dash. It's not like there's precise measurements. This one's a key ingredient. Like I say, some of the stuff you don't have to use the sausage. This you do have to use, in my opinion. It's called Complete Seasoning by the company Badia, who also makes a very good mojo, which we didn't use theirs today, but we used it last. I use them often. All right, very good stuff. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this and give somewhat liberal, there we go, amount of complete seasoning.
It's like a good tablespoon.
That was more
Or
than
whatever.
that. Yeah, probably a little bit more than a tablespoon. And then we have bay leaves. I like to put 3 or 4 bay leaves in. Some people like 1 or 2. Whatever works for you. It's all good.
Just don't eat them.
You don't eat them. That's one of the things that's a real pain in the ass when it comes to eating these things. The bay leaves.
Anyways, take them out when you're
All
done.
right. Now, because we're dealing with something that's citrusy, I'm going to put in some old sour that I made. Now you can see on the label it says key lime juice.
This is Biddles.
Mrs. Biddles. That's the way to go. And we'll have another episode where we show you how to make old sour. But old sour is made from key limes. And actually in the Bahamas they'll use some other citrus too. But you can put in, you don't have to put this in, you can put in any kind of citrus juice you want. Lemon juice, orange juice, grapefruit juice, anything that's citrus. This is the insanity. That's why we use it.
By the way, that's our dog Shelly drinking water.
She's a water hound.
She's thirsty. She just downed a bison bone, so she's good.
Yeah, we're getting close to being finished with our ingredients here. All right. Ground black pepper, naturally.
Freshly.
And then salt, freshly ground salt. I use kosher sea salt, which is made by a company called Alessi. You have a recipe that says kosher salt, you have another recipe that says sea salt, you're covered with both of them here.
Lulu's here. She wants to know what you're
So
doing.
Lulu's here, she's wonderful. Okay, and I think that's all the ingredients that we have here. If you have any dried herbs or anything, just throw them in. If you think it's going to work for it, just throw them in.
Experiment. Don't be
It's all
afraid.
good. It's always going to come out good. That's the neat thing. It doesn't matter what you do. It's always going to come out good. And I have Cubans who say to me, "Oh, I have to have your recipe." There you go. Real simple. Just throw it together. And now this is going to cook for a few hours. It's actually already. You can have it right now because everything in there is cooked.
That's better after you cook it.
Yeah.
And you put the lid on and cook it?
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
keep it on simmer?
Yeah. We'll put it on a low heat. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to head out to the grill. We'll take it from there.
By the way, we also have, you make rice?
Well, yeah, you're going to have, thank you.
Yeah, it's going to be beans and rice.
Yeah, it's black beans and rice. And it's funny because we have guests in from around the country and they don't know what to do naturally. And they'll put the beans here and they'll put the rice here. No, you put the rice there, you put the beans on top of it, and then mix them up before you eat them. You'll see later. Not a problem. But we're gonna go outside. We're gonna do the grill next. It's actually gonna be a little bit, maybe even an hour before we actually do it. But you'll see it quickly through the magic of editing.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do we have going on here?
Well, it's time for us to light the fire.
Okay, great.
So I got my fire lighter.
Where do you light it?
Well, I use these organic things called Strike-A-Fire. And
Strike-A-Fire.
it beats using like fuel.
It's like a big match.
I mean, it's not like you want to, what are you having for dinner tonight? Well, we're gonna have steaks with like gasoline on them. No, we're not doing that.
Okay.
These things are good. You don't get that fuel smell out of them. They start the fires really well, and That's good. So you can, I don't know if you can see it on the video, but right now we have a good flame going. By the way, I only use charcoal.
Yep.
I have used gas in the past.
You use wood too, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't.
It's
have
kind
a-
of like charcoal.
I don't have a gas grill.
Right.
I have a charcoal grill, and we use different different woods and stuff
don't
like
cook-
that.
we don't
Today
cook
we're
with
using
gas.
apple wood briskets. That's good. And then behind you we have a couple of the tools we'll be needing.
Briquettes.
We have First and foremost, we have the
Can you hear the ocean?
yes. The
Is
conch
there a
shell.
frog in there?
There was
long
once a
story.
frog in there.
Sleeping.
We were
But not for long.
And Dani was playing it. And Bruce. There you go. And so we got that. We got over there. You have the tongs and the grill. You got tongs, a grill cleaner,
Grill cleaner. What's this for?
and that's a hammer. We have a hammer. You always have to have a hammer.
Okay.
Okay. So right now the fire's starting. We'll be back in a few minutes, which will actually be probably about a half hour when we put the pork loins on,
All
because
right.
they're still marinating in that bag.
Moho.
The bag.
The bag. It's in the
He's
bag.
in the bag.
Pretty cool.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Okay, as you can see, it's getting
Where's
dark.
my dinner?
Good.
That's why I use the hammer.
That's what the hammer's for. So as you can see, we have ambiance now. We've got the torches going.
It got dark.
It's gotten darker. It's wonderful. This is why you barbecue. It's not you don't barbecue in 10 minutes. It's not like throwing something in a microwave. This is a craft. At any rate,
Process.
so the loins are ready.
Loins. Aren't they beautiful?
They're marvelous. They're marvelous loins.
Oh, they're steaming. How beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, oh, that looks good. Yeah. Yeah. Here, have a look. And now it's time for dinner. All right.
Yay. Wow, look at that. Looks amazing.
We literally sit down. All right.
This looks fantastic.
Yeah, it does. Looks like fun.
Let's
All
roll
right.
little green beans together just for green. Like green beans.
I love green beans. Green beans are great. Thank you for making. Dani made the green beans.
We've got two kinds of
We both made the pork loin.
the beans and rice.
And the beans and rice. And let me just test this. Score.
Yeah.
Score. Like I
good.
said, it's an easy recipe for the beans. Whatever you got, throw it in there. The more herbs you throw in there, like cilantro and parsley, rosemary, all that stuff's wonderful.
Thanks for watching.
All the best from Key West.
Cheers.